Hello everybody and welcome to Bar TV's coverage here from Harker Oval this afternoon between the mighty Western Suburbs Rosellas and the Kurri Kurri Bulldogs. We're not too far away from kickoff. In the commentary box this afternoon we have the Newcastle Heralds. Josh Leeson. Afternoon, Josh.
Hey Pete, how you going, mate?
Very good, mate. They've turned on the weather. Spectacular afternoon here in New Lambton.
Yeah, well, I've had a couple of washout rounds here at Harker Oval already, so it's nice to have some fine weather and get the game underway because, the pitch still looks a little bit damp there in the centre, but everywhere else is looking pretty good.
Indeed. Well, before we go to kick-off here this afternoon, we caught up, Bar TV actually caught up with the Kurri Kurri Bulldogs coach, Phil Williams, shortly before kick-off. This is what he's had to say. Joined by Phil Williams, the Kurri coach. Phil, an important clash for you guys this afternoon?
It is important, Pete. It's just a hard place to come and win, and we're going to just get out there and try our best.
But you had two players in the Rebel squad yesterday. Are they backing up?
No, both of them are out. Mitch Cullen got knocked out yesterday, and Brendan Worth, who's congratulations to Brendan, who's made the countryside. He's got a foot injury, a knee injury, and a back. So both of them are out. So we've gone to Plan B.
Is it any easier knowing that Wests have 7 backing up?
Oh, that's nothing. No. The quality of their side is second to none. They're undefeated. We're watching the reserve grade here now, and there's a first grade side out there. So whatever replacements go in, they're first grade quality.
Mate, as a coach, what would please you the most come 80 minutes?
I just look, 100% effort from all the players, commitment for each other, and just let the result look after itself. If we put in the plans in place that we've done during training this week, should be all right.
You've got a bit of experience in the forward pack. I understand Daniel Abraham, he's playing today. What sort of experience from guys like that bring to the squad?
Oh, just his enthusiasm, tackle, his talk, his experience. He's a premiership winner at NRL level. So whatever he says out here, the boys should bow to, do to the letter of the law, because he has achieved at the highest level.
We're halfway through the season now. Thoughts on the season so far?
Disruptive. Look, we've blooded a whole heap of Kurri juniors. I think we've got 9 local juniors in the side today. Mitch out. There's another debutant today, Lockie Hill, who's going to start on the wing. So, give the blokes a chance, and it's a flow-on effect. Whatever happens at the first grade level comes down to reserve grade, third grade, or 23s, even down to 18s. But the club's, I won't say it's in a healthy place, but everyone's trying.
All right, good luck today, mate.
Thanks, Pete.
And that was Kurri Bulldogs coach there, Phil Williams. Well, as the Western Suburbs Rosellas come onto the field, we actually caught up with the coach of the Rosellas, Craig Miller. Let's have a listen to what he has had to say, then we'll get into kickoff. Joined by West's coach, Craig Miller. Craig, how good is it to be back here at Harker Oval?
It's always good to be at Harker for many reasons. We like being here, and the visiting side don't usually like being here. So we haven't been here much this year. I think we've got 7 home games in the second round, so it's very exciting. The boys like being here, and it's a great ground from our point of view. So yeah, very exciting.
But you had 7 players in the Rebel side yesterday. How are they backing up today?
Yeah, look, it was probably disappointing the result in the end, but I watched it and I thought they all had a really great shot, and they nearly won the game. We've lost it in the last couple of minutes. Well, they'll all back up except for Lucas, who's had a couple of headshots lately and probably just needs a bit of a rest. So, but the others will all back up. They're a bit sore, but they're keen to play, and they're big boys. They're first graders, and they make that decision. I'm happy to go with them. What's the key to beating Kurri today? Being tough. Kurri, irrespective where they are on the competition on the ladder, the Kurri West rivalry, they never let their fans down. They never come here and give up 2 points easily. So you just got to be strong. You got to be disciplined and all those little things, and you got to turn up. And if you don't turn up, I don't care where Kurri are or who they put on the paddock. Their jersey loves playing our jersey, so we've got to respect that.
Do you think it's a danger game today for West?
Certainly, I don't think we've been at our best in the last month for a few reasons, tiredness and commitment from the most of our squad doing a lot of work. But yeah, we've played some quality football sides and we've got away with it. I'd like to see us sort of get the job done today. I'm not going to be too critical about execution. It's just a matter of getting the job done and you know, getting all our players back. We're going to lose 3 players to the country side that goes overseas in a couple of weeks. So there's still plenty of challenges. So you just got to keep winning these games and keep clocking up those 2 points.
Hey, what type of We thank Craig Miller for his time there, speaking to Bar TV just moments ago before the kick-off here. Well, it's round 10 of the real NRL, and we are underway here at Harker Oval here in New Lambton, and the Kurri Kurri Bulldogs have the first use of the football, and they're outside their own 20-metre line on the opening set of 6 here, Western Suburbs. The coach has said it could be a danger game when he spoke to us in that interview as the Kurri Kurri side go down the eastern touchline. There's the ball's on the inside. Luckily there for Wests, they've been able to cut it off, but the touch judge is coming in from that eastern side. Well, it was a forward pass, so it was never going to result even in a try, even if the footballer got to the football. So a bit of an early scare there for the Rosellas. They went wide, Josh, and Kurri, well, nearly paid dividends for them.
Yeah, well, it's a massive opportunity, I reckon, for Kurri today to try and get 2 points here. West obviously had a lot of players involved in the Rebels, and they're going to be, a few of them going to be pretty tired after it was a very physical game up there at Tamworth yesterday. And of course, Daniel Abrahams is back too for Kurri, which, you know, he's probably been their best player in the recent seasons. So to have him back is a huge boost for the Bulldogs.
So the penalty goes to Western Suburbs, and they kick it into touch, and they find the line 4 metres out from halfway. So this is their first set of 6 of the contest. The Rosellas on 16 competition points coming into this match, undefeated. Not since 97, 98 and 99 has any real NRL club won 3 straight premierships. That's what they'll be looking to achieve come grand final day. They're on the attack, 25 metres out from the line. This is Murray with the football. Comes away to Mannion, and he's wrestled into the ground. 15 metres out. This is Wolford. Murray. They go short. They're offloading it at every opportunity. Ball's on the ground, picked up out the back, and they're keeping it alive. Now the referee has put down a scrum 12 metres out from the Kurri Kurri line.
Yeah, a few danger signs early there for Kurri, with Mark DeFoe getting up 2 offloads, but that one obviously went to ground. But yeah, dangerous signs with the big man getting his arms free.
Did it go back?
Last match, Wests 26 defeated Maitland 24, whilst Kurri went down to Souths in their last match back in round 9, 36 points to 10. Heavy defence there by the Rosellas. On the 15, who comes into the squad, Cody Brooks. They're over the halfway line. This is Joel McCain. 46 metres out. They continue up the commentary side. This is Jean, sees the gap, scoring to the right-hand side possibly, and Warren. Byron Warren, first try to the Bulldogs. Well, after 5 minutes, they've opened the scoreboard. They lead by 4 points to 0, Josh.
Yeah, great bust there. Looked like, I think it was Mick Campton actually. He's wearing a different number than is in the program. But yeah, great run from the big man. He's beautiful offload there as well. Inside to Byron Warren, and he's a genuine try scorer, Byron Warren. He's had a great career at South and was a great off-season recruit for Kurri. So, yeah, good first try there for the Bulldogs.
Early days yet, but it's all been Kurri in the opening 5 minutes of the match. And the kick will come off the boot of Lachlan Shippard. And, of course, he was with the Newcastle Knights under 20s, I think it was, last year. And he's the top point scorer for Kurri this year as well. 30 points coming into this game. He scored a try. He's kicked 13 goals, looking to make that 14 goals from right in front of the goalpost here. So an early scare for the defending premiers here. They haven't played much football, according to Craig Miller, here on Harker Oval over the last 12 months as well. Here's the kick from right in front. Shippard looks up, hits it. It's a ripper. Touch judges put their yellow flags in the air. So Kurri leading the way here at Harker Oval after 6 minutes on the Bar TV scoreboard. They lead by 6 points to 0. Craig mentioned this could be a danger game. Early signs, but gee, they've got about 5 or 6 players backing up. They must have tired legs.
Well, that's right. I mean, obviously defensively it's going to hurt them the most. You know, they might miss a few tackles, which they normally would miss, so, as we just saw then. So, yeah, great chance here for Kurri.
Kurri, of course, won the last premiership back in 1995. So it's been a long time between premierships for Kurri, but so far they're here to play. The question is, can they go the full 80? That question will be answered as the match no doubt unfolds. Now they take it to the halfway line again. They'll dribble it downfield. Goes down to the 20-metre line, and at the back is Justin Smith. Try to get rid of one, but he comes to the second line and they bring him down. 30 metres out from the Western Suburbs line. The cricket pitch, well, looks a little bit wet from up here high above the grandstand. I know that there's been a few people questioning the cricket pitch, but I understand that the council could be looking at that in the off-season. As we see now, Callan Richardson, 40 metres away from the Bulldogs line. If you just tune to Bar TV, Kurri leading the way after an early try. Last tackle coming up now for Wests. Wolford. Where will the ball come? Murray. Kicking high. Warren's at the back. Can he go up and take it? He does. And he's finished off there by Peter Mannion as well, 10 metres out from the Bulldogs goal line.
Yeah, great take by Warren. He looked like he had the sun in his eyes as well, but so never easy those takes, but he looked very calm under pressure.
The Bulldogs coming out of their own danger zone, 20 metres away from their own goal line. The defence is strong there from the Rosellas, and it needs to be. 7 Western Suburbs Rosellas. Went around yesterday up in Tamworth, but unfortunately the Rebels couldn't get the cash. Illawarra victorious in the CRL championships up there. Well fielded there by Callan Richardson. He had to go away towards his own goal line and bring the ball back into his own possession. Now he feels the tackle 21 metres out from his own goal line. Rosellas bring it through the middle of the field. Strong defence by not 1, not 2, but 3. Kurri Bulldogs players there. One of them in defence was Jeans. Now the Rosellas out to the 40-metre line here on Bar TV. 2014. Tui's Cup unfolding right here. Beautiful afternoon as well here in Newcastle, up around 17, 18 degrees. Not much wind to speak of. Last tackle now for the Rosellas. Back to the cricket field area. They kick it into a Kurri player. It comes back to Justin Smith. It wasn't played at, so it's play on. Ale down the sideline, puts in a kick in towards the middle of the field. And Warren sees himself on the deck, 2 metres short of his own goal line.
Yeah, worked out pretty good there for Kurri in the end, but yeah, that could have got a repeat set of 6 there for West, and it certainly would have been dangerous. But yeah, good signs early for both sides. I think Kurri look like they've come today to aim up in defence.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Josh. It's going to be a good contest. We're approaching the 8th minute mark here on Bar TV. Here's the kick inside the 40. Not a bad kick. Goes down to Justin Smith. He's got space in front of him. comes straight up the middle of the cricket field area and takes the tackle there of Joel McCain. The 12 is with it. Peter Mannion.
Yeah, of course, Peter Mannion got selected in the countryside last night too. First time for him, so that's a great achievement for Peter Mannion. He's only started playing rep footy this year too, so great achievement. Also, Callan Richardson, the West Winger, also was selected, and Simon Williams, their centre.
And, of course, that game, I understand, is over in Hawaii.
Yeah, 2 games in Hawaii, yeah. Don't know, a bad little holiday to have mid-season.
No, it wouldn't be. And, of course, that is the undercard to, I believe, USA versus Samoa. That game will be at 7:30, and the Residents will play New South Wales Country, I understand, will play Hawaii at 5:30. That was the information I was fed yesterday from the Hawaiian Tourism Authority. Is now the Rosellas looking to strike back. The 12 is with it. This is Mannion. He's 2 metres away from the goal line. They barge from dummy half. Couldn't quite go all the way. Here come the Rosellas. Wolford in a dummy half. Short ball. Mannion is close. Can he get it down? He's held up. He's short of the goal line. Wolford. Back to Murray. Spinning it through the back line. Porter's with it. Out wide. It comes to Gordon. Turns it back on the inside. This is Ale, I think you'll find. And the winger, Josh. He goes over for the Rosellas. Well, they're back into the match. It's 6-4 with a kick to come.
Well, there aren't probably any bigger wingers in the real NRL than Jermaine Ale, so if you get stuck one-on-one with him in the corner, generally the defender doesn't end up stopping him. So, again, Jermaine Ale, great little finish, but great work there by Porter too and Steve Gordon. They shifted the ball quite quickly to the left edge. Another try to West, or first try to West, I should say, and that's 6-4 to Kurri. Kick to come.
Yeah, as you can see here on the Bar TV replay, which is good vision to go out wide. Gordon turning it back on the inside. And Jermaine Ale finishes it off, slams it down. And the first try for the Rosellas in the 11th minute here at Harker Oval. They've been able to overcome an early scare from the Kurri Bulldogs to get back into the match. Professional side, I don't think they would have been all that worried. Down by 6 after 10 minutes. So the kick now from right out on the eastern touchline. Steve Gordon with the kicking duties this afternoon. He's the highest point scorer for the Rosellas. 48 points so far. He scored 3 tries, bagged 18 goals. Couldn't quite make that 19 goals. So in the end, the scoreboard remains untouched. Kurri still in the front by 2 points, by 6 points to 4 here at Harker Oval. And if you just tune into the coverage, there was the country finals yesterday in Tamworth. Newcastle, unfortunately, went down 22 points to 20. As we mentioned to Illawarra, the game pretty much was a seesaw, a fair bit. Try scorers for Newcastle. Jeffrey, Riley Brown bagged 2 tries. I think Royce Jeffrey picked up a double as well. And,
yeah, that's right. 2 tries to Royce.
And, brother Joel, he bagged 2 goals, while for Illawarra, Raper Smith and Wayne Brennan found the line. But back here, we've seen an error unfolding here. It was a knock-on by the Rosellas. So let's see what they have in their bag of tricks, the Bulldogs. They'll have to be on their defensive game here as they barge towards the goal line. The 12 is with it. This is Daniel Abraham. Did well there, the 10 to reach out. This is Campton. Put away there by Ryan Petro. 2 metres out from the goal line. The Bulldogs on the attack. 10 is with it. Campton, 4 metres away from the goal line. Plays the ball back. Comes away now to the 7 in Simpson. Of course, no Mitch Cullen. He's out. He played yesterday for the Rebels. So no Mitch. Back to the 14 is with it. Over the top, Baldwin. They're close into touch, but they couldn't quite go over the Western touchline. So it's the last tackle now for the Bulldogs. They're going to kick off their big number 19. Ball goes wide. It's on the ground. And fortunately there for the Rosellas, they've dodged a bullet. They'll come back up with the football, Josh. 10 metres out from their own line, I believe. It'd be interesting to see actually what the referee has ruled. Yeah, he has said that the ball will go back to the Rosellas, 10 out from their own goal line.
Yeah, we don't see that very often, West knocking on in their own half straight after a try. But great opportunity there for Kurri, but of course couldn't take it. But interesting also to note there, Daniel Abrahams, of course, is wearing 12 today, but I was told pre-game that he's actually playing at 5'8", so sort of a new role for him. He's one of the biggest 5'8s going around, but yeah. I'm sure he'll be able to handle that with his extensive NRL experience.
We just mentioned there the country first team to play in Hawaii later next month. I believe 3. Simon Williams from West, Callan Richardson and Peter Mannion all being selected in that squad. And for Kurri, Brendan Worth and Riley Brown, of course, and Chris Adams from Cessnock. So that'll be an absolute trip of a lifetime when they aboard that Hawaiian airline flight for Hawaii.
Yeah, well, as you said earlier, they are playing against the residents, but they also actually are playing against the US Tomahawks later in that tour. So that's a huge opportunity. And I know, of course, Matt Shipway played the World Cup last year from former Souths player for the USA. And I know talking to him before he went over to Boston, he was hopeful of playing in that game. So, I mean, should be pretty interesting for everyone, all the real NRL fans. But costly knock on there for West. That's a couple of errors now, Pete, which is pretty uncharacteristic from the Premiers.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Not quite on their game, although the main thing, 2 points behind on the scoreboard. As we see now, the Bulldogs continue to come up the commentary side, up towards the halfway line. Baldwin scooting, penalty. Well, right on the halfway line, coach Phil Williams. Josh, I guess he would have welcomed that one.
He would have, because this is going to put him in a great opportunity to get some points here. Kurri should have the ball here, 20 metres out from the west line, or sorry, 30 metres out from the west line.
That's where they find the tap, and taking it forward is Shane Baldwin again. 21 metres away from the Rosellas goal line. Barging inside the 20-metre line now, looking to mount an attack. They come out to the right. They've got numbers out this way. This is Warren. Flicks it out the back. They're keeping it alive. Now they look to straighten up. And Jake Finn, I think you'll find that was over the top. One of them for the Rosellas. They go from dummy half. Close. Are they all the way? No, says the referee. A metre out from the line. Kurri leading by 6 points to 4. Simpson kicking into the in-goal area. Luckily, the ball went dead. Referee has given a penalty to the Rosellas, Josh. Will be interesting to see that on the Bar TV replay.
It looks like the referee's claiming that a West player was knocked off the ball there. I can't say I saw it live, but yeah, it wasn't a bad kick from Neenan. Obviously, it was a little bit too hard, but yeah, not a bad set from Kurri. They did test West line a little bit, but probably like to see their forwards play up the middle a bit more. I think and get some offloads going, because I think that's where their real strength lies.
Josh Leeson in the Bar TV commentary box, thanks to the Newcastle Herald. And you'll be able to read about this game and others in tomorrow's edition of the Newcastle Herald. The 14 is with it. This is Finn. 30 metres away from the Kurri goal line. Wolford, I believe in his 4th season with the club, from Young, inside the 25 now. Last tackle coming up for the Rosellas, looking to strike back. They're going to kick it in towards the in-goal area. Warren's back there. Will he get back into the field of play? No luck in the world. It's going to be a goal line dropout. Beautifully executed kick there from the Rosellas, Josh.
Yeah, very well way to kick there by Jade Porter. Of course, you would have liked to try, but if you can't get a try, a repeat set of 6 is certainly the next best result. So, but also well cleaned up by Byron Warren. I think he's been a great addition to this Kurri side. I think they really did lack a little bit of spark out wide in their back line. So picking him up mid-season has been a great bit of recruiting from Phil Williams.
Of course, if you're clicking on from the Hunter region today, Shannon Tanner was scheduled in 2. He's not going around. Lachlan Hill is in to replace him. No Mitch Cullen as well. Played yesterday for the Rebels. Neenan Simpson in to replace him. Just quickly going through a few changes as we have a bit of a break here. Ben Wyborn was scheduled in jersey 9. He switches back to 19. While Cody Brooks in 15 comes into the squad with 14. Shane Baldwin and Justin Peter King, originally scheduled in 15, moves into the 20 jersey. 15 metres out from the line. Where will it come this time? They take them on up through the middle. This is Ryan Petro, 4 metres away from the Bulldogs goal line. Can they go all the way here? Murray, he's close, upended. He was looking for his 4th try of the season. This is Wolford again. There's a gap, there's a try. Petro under the post. Well, the gap, it was massive, and all he had to do was run towards it. That he did, and the points came.
Yeah, I think Coach Williams will be filthy with that. That was very, very soft. You shouldn't be having gaps that big in the middle of the park when you're defending your own line. But, yeah, well, good pass there by Simon Wolford. James Wolford. Simon, of course, his uncle, to pick out Ryan Petro there. But, yeah, just too easy. You shouldn't be allowing tries like that in the centre of the park, Pete.
No, look at the gap there. Could have fitted 3 semi-trailers through that. The gap was the size of Nobby's head and straight through the post, and under it he went. Well, Wests have been able to take the lead. We've got 19 minutes remaining in the first half.
It's a shame for Kurri because I think they've been defending and playing quite well in this match so far. But yeah, that one sort of lapse has cost them. Yeah, still plenty of time in this half to get back into the game before half time.
David Dryden looking to come out onto the field as well. He's warming up on the bench as the kick is a beauty from right in front. So Wests hit the front after 20 minutes of the match. They're leading 10 points to 6. Just touching back on David Dryden, who'll be injected out there any minute now. I believe he's joined the West's 100-plus club. He's playing his 105th game for today. First came to the club back in, well, when he was a 16-year-old, if my information's correct. And also, I believe if you have around 120 games for Wests, you become a life member of the club from across the road. So he's not far away from that information as well. As we see now the Rosellas run it up through the middle of the field again. Well, the pendulum has it swung back into the Rosellas' favour. So far it has. They're on the 3rd tackle. Slow play the football. Backer comes now to Mark to.
But yeah, I think that they're still going. They're a better side than I think they're showing so far this year, and I expect them to win a few more games before the season runs out.
Well, here's the kick, Josh. Inside the 40, but it goes straight to the Rosellas, 30 metres out from their own goal line. And on the bring back, as you can see from the Bar TV pictures, the cricket pitch certainly getting cut up in the middle as the play goes 5 to the right of the pitch. The 12 is with it, Mannion. Offloading out the back. Williams takes the tackle 42 metres away from the Bulldogs line. Who wants it now? The 15 is with it. This is David Dryden. As we said, 105th game for the Rosellas here today. They spin it to the edge on the eastern side of the field. They're going close down to the 10. Have they lost it? I think the referee has called this one out. 5 metres in from touch, 20 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal line.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's been a few errors today from West, which, I don't know, perhaps that is a little bit of fatigue setting in. I mean, even the guys who haven't been in the rep program, they've obviously had a lot of those guys away. Their combinations wouldn't be as slick as general because they haven't been training together as much. But Yeah, and Curri are defending well too, so I think if Curri can get another try or two here before half-time, they're going to be well in this match.
So the scrum is formed, and Curri come up with the football. The defence came through on the Bulldog pretty quickly there on them. So they're out to their 30-metre line, 15 minutes to go. In the first half here at Harker Oval, round 10 of the real NRL. Live pictures here this afternoon thanks to Bar TV Sports. And don't forget, you can keep up to date with everything on Twitter. Just hashtag Bar TV Sports. Here's a penalty right on the halfway line to the Bulldogs. So they're inviting them back inside their own half with 14 minutes to go. And Josh, they don't waste any time at all, do they? They find touch up around the 30-metre line.
Yeah, well, it's the second time they've had a penalty in similar part of the field with a penalty 30 metres out. So for me, I think, Curri really got to start taking these opportunities. West are giving them a lot of ball, but at the moment they haven't really made them pay. But probably look for Ian Simpson on this set. I think he's playing halfback today. He's got to step up and take control.
Numbers to the right-hand side. Just a matter of putting it through the back line. Comes out the back. Went over the top of Abraham's head. This is Hayden Smith charging down towards the 10-metre line. The Bulldogs on the attack. 10 metres out from the Rosellas line. They go themselves. Continuing to apply the pressure. Oh, Rosellas did well. Up in your face. They got the football back, I think you'll find. But it'll be interesting again to see which way the referee gives it. But gee whiz. Aylett's in there. Touch judge as well. Maybe a possible high shot, Josh, from the naked eye. But we're about 35 kilometres away from the action here. So we'll see how it looks on the Bar TV replay. Here it is right now. Look for a high shot. That ball went over the top of Abraham's head. It found the 17 in Hayden Smith. And as the play continues on the next play, I think this is why we've got a halt in progress. That is the problem right there, I think you'll find. And then the following play resulted in that incident right there. So a penalty has gone to the Bulldogs. So the defence, real testing out now for the Rosellas. They're close. This is Justin Peterkin. 4 metres away from the Rosellas line. They go from dummy half. They'll be close, aren't they? A metre out. Applying the pressure again. So far, so good for the Rosellas. That was flat. Referee says, play on. It's calling for it to go to the right-hand side. Intercepted. Well, Western Suburbs, you're able to read that from 5 kilometres away.
Yeah, as I said at the start of the set there, I said Ian Simpson had to be the one to take control, and but he's the one who thrown that pass, and very ordinary pass. As you said, you could see it coming a mile away. So disappointing set from Curri, but looks like another opportunity here with another error from Wests.
I think Craig Miller be happy at this stage. He likes to blow up, Craig. He told us that in commentary last week when he was in the Bar TV commentary box. He did say, though, players could be a little bit leg-weary in our pre-match interview.
Yeah, he certainly wouldn't be happy with the completion rates today from West. Certainly been down on what is normally their very high standard. So, but they've still got the lead, which is certainly a positive thing for them, considering they're well below their best.
Jay Stevens. Penalty. Another one right in front of the goal post. So, Curri certainly loving the penalties going their way.
They've really got to make them pay, though, Pete. I mean, they're getting a wealth of territory in possession here, but still only 6 points. So, big set here for Curri.
Got to turn it into points. Let's see if they can do it here. Not quite. The 20, Justin Peterkin. They go from dummy half. They're close. right on the line. Rosellas, credit to them. They've been able to stop them from going all the way so far. Simpson. Overlap out wide. Did the ball go into touch? It does. Gee, they had the right idea, the Bulldogs. It was just a pass, Josh, on the last one that let them down.
Yeah, well, I guess, I mean, you got Daniel Abraham is there at 5'8". He's not a 5'8". He's played most of his football in the back row or at lock. So, yeah, I guess what happens. I mean, I've sort of said most of the season. I think that the real Achilles heel for this Curri side at the moment is their lack of quality halves. I think they've got a good pack. There's some good outside backs, but their halves really are letting them down. And as we saw there, as another example of that happening.
The Rosellas now, with 8 minutes remaining in the first half, been able to, with Hollis scared, another knock on. Well, it's just uncharacteristic from Western Suburbs. I don't think we've seen this type of performance in quite some time. And the crowd, certainly,
I think if you just
shell-shocked.
Just sort of listen really quietly there, Pete, you'll be able to hear Barney Miller blowing up downstairs, because I don't think he'd be very happy at all with these completion rates from his West boys. I mean, I don't think I've seen West Side drop this amount of ball in a half a footy in a long time. So, but Curri keep doing the same and letting them off the hook.
And the Rosellas, the different thing is they might be able to capitalise. Williams has got the try line in front of him. No one's going to stop Williams. And it happened all in slow motion. He knew his way to the try line, and all he had to do was put it down, untouched. As you said there, the difference between these two teams here this afternoon, Josh, is one can't find their way to the line, the other one can drop it, but Western Suburbs have been able to capitalise and turn errors into points.
Well, that's right. I mean, it is really the what shows the difference between two sides. One is a class outfit, and the other one is probably struggling to get up to speed at this point of the season. So, but Curri have made West have made plenty of errors. Curri have also made errors, but the difference is Curri's not making West pay for theirs, and West are with theirs. Again, Simon Williams, you can't let him have a start. He's obviously made the countryside yet again yesterday, well deserved, because I think he is, in my opinion, the best centre in this competition, and again, he's just shown it right there.
He's creating his own highlights package, isn't he? And credit to him. It's well deserved. As Josh mentioned, Cullen Richardson and Simon Williams and Peter Mannion selected late last night for the country first team, which will head over to Hawaii in the coming months. Here's the kick. It's a beauty. They bang it straight between the posts. Well, on the Bar TV scoreboard, Wests have the 10-point buffer over Curri Bulldogs by 16 points to 6. And this is the real NRL, the Tui's Cup, unfolding right here on Bar TV. Josh Leeson in the commentary box, and you'll be able to read about this match and other fixtures in tomorrow's edition of the Newcastle Herald. As we see now, the 12 is with it. Peter Mannion joined the club back in 2006, so he's one of the most experienced players going around for the Rosellas here this afternoon. Wolford in a dummy half. He's got the ball. Well, they're going to work it out to the eastern side. This is where they have had success early on, and it looks like they may have success again down the touchline. Oh, unfortunately, Josh, the pass has gone forward. Luckily for the Bulldogs, they've dodged another bullet.
Yeah, well, it was a very marginal pass, that one. Good flick pass, but as we've seen on the replay coming up shortly, it probably did appear to be marginally, just slightly forward. Well, I'm not sure. The hand looked like it was going forward, but I think the ball's been propelled backwards. But, well, yeah, well, I'm not going to argue with that. That probably is forward, actually.
Yeah, it was close.
But, yeah,
give it.
Danger signs there for Curri. I mean, they've got to wrap that ball up.
As we see now, the Bulldogs, not long before Half-time with 5 minutes remaining in the match. Down by 16 points to 6 with about 4 minutes to go before the first oranges of the match. As we see Kurri, can they get themselves back into the match? Here's a penalty. This will help them. Strong tackle over the top there by Peter Mannion as well. So again, they bang it into touch off the 7 in Ian Simpson, and they find touch as Kylie Aylett puts her flag up in the air, and they take the tap and go forward. This is Baldwin. 18 metres out from the Rosellas line. The lock forward is with it. Stevens. He runs into Larry Tafua in jersey 20. 4 minutes to go in the match in the first half. Back to Abraham. Turns it back on the inside. Inching closer to the Rosellas goal line. Wyborn. Indecision there from the 7 in Simpson. Maybe that's a little bit of inexperience on display. 5 away. They're going to go close. Oh, good tackle. Finished him off. Lost the football. And Justin Smith. He's been hit hard. 12 metres out from the Rosellas line. Again, Josh, they just couldn't finish their last play off.
Yeah, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but the fact is it keeps repeating. I mean, they keep getting penalties down to West line, but they just don't take the opportunity. And poor handling, and I guess a combination of poor handling as well as good defence by Western Suburbs is keeping the match at 16-6 with 4 to go before half time.
And this is where the Western Suburbs Rosellas are dangerous. Leading into half time, looking for gaps all the way through to the final whistle. Are we about to see more points before the half-time siren goes? Wolford turns it back on the inside. This is Mannion, beat 1, looking for support. Taken around the shoulder region. Last tackle coming up now for the Rosellas. Backer comes down to Porter. He puts his right boot to the ball. At the back there is Simpson. He takes the ball, puts on a bit of a step. Gee, reminiscent there of Preston Campbell's days at the back. Nuggety little fella. Now they come up towards the 30-metre line, and they're captured on the first tackle here. Bar TV, live match here today from Harker Oval. 3 minutes remaining in the match, in the first half anyway. Kurri, first points on the football, on the scoreboard I should say. But Western Suburbs, they've been able to claw their way back into the match. Here's another error. 10 metres inside the Bulldogs half. So a scrum will go down. Players not in any real rush to get play back underway. The official scoreboard has 90 seconds remaining.
If you have a look at the bench there, you can see that the 2 starting front rowers for Kurri, Mick Campton and Hayden Jeans are both on the bench. And I think they really need them on the field because they really are missing their go forward at the moment.
This is Smith. Campton over the top, along with Daniel Abraham. Mark Farah is with it. 32 metres away from the Bulldogs goal line. Porter centering the play to the middle of the field. Can they hang on here before half-time, the Bulldogs? Murray gives it away. Ball out the back. Picked up by Lachlan Hill. Can he go 60 metres and win the race? Looks like he may do it. He's over the 20. He's coming down to the 10. No one's going to get him. And the Bulldogs go 60 metres. And Lachlan Hill, he scores before half-time.
Yeah, great effort from young Lachlan Hill. He's actually on debut today in first grade. So he'll be ecstatic with that, scoring a try. But, yeah, showed a great set of clean heels to score length of the field. But I think that was probably the little bit of lucky break that Kurri needed because they had a lot of ball on West line and hadn't been able to score. But just a little intercept or a little breakdown in play, and that's all. That's the luck they needed. And there they go. They've scored. with a kick to come. They could be only down by 4 going into half time.
And there's the touchdown, and a brilliant way to finish it off. Well, running like that, he could be a firm favourite for Brazil next year in the Olympics, Josh. Unbelievable sprint. Nobody was going to get him. The siren will go in the background, but the kick will come from Lachlan Shippard. The siren has gone in the background. So here's the kick about to take place. 21 metres out from the goal line. He's brought it back 10 metres in from the western touchline. As we mentioned, Knights 20s last year, picked up this season from the Kurri Kurri Bulldogs. And he's a good quality young player. As we mentioned, he's the highest point scorer as well. And no doubt kicking goals adds to that tally. He's banged over 14 so far. Can he make it 15? He's going to bring this one back around. Hasn't got the distance. Oh, just wide. So no change to our halftime scoreboard here at Harker Oval. At the break, Western Suburbs, 16 points to 10. But a nice way for the Bulldogs to finish it off with a 4-pointer going into halftime.
Yeah, probably a bit of a scrappy old game, wasn't it? Or first half, I should say. Both sides made a lot of mistakes. I think Kurri would be, I guess, satisfied that they're only a converted try behind now, because they did have a lot more ball and field possession in that game, and probably should have a few more tries. But well, you'll take any try you can get against a side like Western Suburbs. So I think it's 16-10. I think Phil Williams would be pretty happy at the break that this side is still well and truly in this contest.
No doubt, Josh, he'll be ecstatic indeed. Well, as we go to the break, we'll go through the country first team who will play in Hawaii over the next few months. This is the team. Western Suburbs have 3 players: Simon Williams, Callan Richardson, and Peter Mannion. Cessnock, well, credit to them. 3 players go into that squad. Of course, Riley Brown, Chris Adams, and Brendan Halad. While Kurri rounded off with Brendan Worth. So good luck to those fellas overseas when they go around in coming months. So what we might do, we might take a break here on Bar TV and come back in approximately 10 minutes for the second half here between the Rosellas and the Bulldogs at half-time here on Bar TV. The Western Suburbs, Rosellas, leading the way by 16 points to 10. And welcome back to Harker Oval here, just in time for the kick-off here for the second 40. Well, Kurri down by only 6. Many would have thought the score line would have been a lot more than that, but credit to Kurri, they've been able to contain the Western Suburbs Rosellas to just 16 points in the first 40. So we're underway. Big kick-off for the restart of the second half. And now bringing it back is David Dryden. 12 metres out from his own goal line, put down there by Theogood. The Rosellas looking to start the second half a little bit better than they have in the previous 40. They were down 6-0 after 6 minutes. But they've been able to claw their way back into the match to have the scoreboard reading 16 points to 10. So far in the match, this is the football. Comes outside the 40. They're going to kick off the boot of Murray. Kicks it downfield. Warren's got to go away and collect the football. Picks it up 10 metres out from his own line. Looks up. He's got 3 Rosellas in front of him. Just a matter of which one he elects to run it to. Runs to Dryden. Flicks it out the back. Referee has said, play on. Lucky escape in their opening moments of the second half. This is Shepard towards the 30-metre line. Craig to the 40. So first set since half-time coming up here. There's the lock forward in Stevens. And Williams bangs him down. 2 metres short of the halfway line. Back in the middle of the field they come. Over the halfway line they go. This is Hayden Smith. Last tackle coming up now for the Bulldogs. Which way will they go? They've got their playmaker to the right. That's the way they attack. Simpson throws the football. Out wide it comes to Dunn. They turn it back on the inside. There's the kick. It's gone over the top of Richardson. The ball's hit the post. Back in his possession. Turned out to be a perfectly weighted kick in the end there. Who said front rowers can't kick footballs, Josh?
I think most people have said that, but and they probably should still say that's right. But Daniel Abraham's, nice little kick to finish off that set. But I didn't mind him actually chancing their arm on the last tackle. It was probably a little bit of an opportunity out wide there for Kurri, but West did shut it down. I'm expecting after, I'm predicting would have been a bit of a missile from Craig Miller to his troops at half-time. You'll expect West to be a lot more disciplined around the ruck, and the might be less errors than they had in that first half. I think a couple of games this season they've had ordinary first halves. They've come out and blown sides away in the second half. I'm referring to the Central and the Maitland game. So I think that could happen again today if Kurri aren't on song.
Better return of the kick there from the Bulldogs. Tackle number 2 in the centre of the field. 40 metres out from their own goal line. 10 metres out from the halfway line. Trailing by 6, the Bulldogs. The lonely voice of the crowd calling the referee to get the Rosellas onside as they go into the middle of the park again. This is Hayden Smith. 44 metres.
Boy, he's absolutely humongous. And the Kurri boys tried in vain, but they couldn't stop him. And then they were always on their back foot after that. And then another great put down in the corner by Jermaine Ale. He's absolute quality, Jermaine Ale.
Look at Larry go. Nearly went all the way. And from here, Wolford had the hindsight to find Porter. Off to Gordon. And Ale in the corner. And, of course, backing up yesterday up in Tamworth. So he's still got his legs pumping. He knew his way to the line. And the referee was right on the spot, so no question in the world that wasn't going to be a try. And the Bar TV replay showed you exclusively why the referee blew his whistle and awarded that try. Superb athleticism there from Ale. Here's the kick, Josh, from the touchline.
Well, of course, a fortnight ago, Brad Murray kicked a very similar conversion like this to win the game for for West with a couple of minutes to go up there at Maitland, so I certainly would back him to be able to do it again. But just sort of getting back to the last set of 6 there, Pete, I thought the first half was very ordinary from West, but back right there we saw why they're the premiers. That was superb football all around. Great running out from dummy half from the wingers, and I mean they've got 2 of the best wingers in the comp. Obviously they're both in the rep side, and just finished off then by Larry Defour. So yeah, great set of 6 from the Rosellas.
Back to the halfway line for the recommencement of play for the Bulldogs. And one of the Bulldogs, well, I guess you'd call this lady one of the club's treasured volunteers. A lot of people know who I'll be speaking of when I mention this lady's name, Marge Weatherspoon. Marge, of course, she was awarded an OAM for her services in the community in the Queen's Birthdays honours list a few weeks ago. Marge has done a lot of volunteer work for several years at the Kurri Bulldogs and in the community in general. And she's played a big part in the club canteen on match day. So on behalf of the entire Bar TV Sports commentary team, well done, Marge, on your OAM from the Queen. No doubt an award which was truly deserved. As we see now, the 12 is with it. This is Abraham. Can he go all the way? You bet he can. Not Abraham. He might have offloaded the pass. But we'll see who it is coming up on the Bar TV replay very shortly. But gee whiz, they just pounced on the line and they pounced all the way. Incredible tactic, and it looked easy. And the holes just opened up. So 20-10, 7 minutes of this match. We had a seesawing game yesterday up in Tamworth. But Josh, talk us through this replay. It was beautiful to watch.
Yeah, Daniel Abraham's great offload there inside to the number 3.
Scotty Dunn? The number 3.
Scott Dunn.
Yeah.
But, yeah, great finish too. But, again, West made an uncharacteristic error early in their set after scoring a try. And at least this time it was good to see that Kurri were good enough to make them pay. And this game is certainly back on again, Pete.
It is. And we've only had 8 minutes, Josh, of the second half. And Abraham, well, he's been around a long time in the game of rugby league. But a pivotal player in the 12 jersey for Kurri. And who was there in support? Well, Scott Dunn, and finishes it off. So 20 points to 14. The kick from Lachlan Shippard. Down by 6 so far. This to get them back within 4. Important kick. Moves in, Shippard. Strikes it with the right boot. It's coming back around, but it's just waved away. So no change on the Bar TV scoreboard after 10 minutes of the second half. It's the real NRL. It's the Tooheys Cup. And we've got a 6-point ball game unfolding here. Right here on Bar TV. And don't forget, will you be only able to watch this match in the week ahead? You'll be able to watch all the competition matches as they unfold. Right here in the Tooheys Cup. Here's a trouble. And they've just made a whole mess of that. And the number 3, well, Scotty Dunn. It was a big kick, as you'll see, as you just witnessed. And he has just made a mess of that. And you just can't give possession back to the Rosellas this close to the goal line.
No, definitely not. I mean, obviously West had an error last set to give Kurri a try-scoring opportunity, and Kurri have done the same here too. But really, they needed to complete a great set of 6 after scoring a try and really put the pressure back on West.
Let's see what they can do here, Josh. Well, they'll have a second go. That was a false start. Not a bad crowd in here at Harker Oval, watching the premiers from last year. The 4 is with it. Williams, country first selected late yesterday afternoon from the CRL. Slow play the ball. They won't allow him to play underneath to get off him. This is Murray. Barging and bashing their way down inside the 10 now. Either side they can go. Wolford goes himself. He's dangerous from there. Out the back to Porter. Overlap out wide. Gordon has dropped the football with the line wide open. The crowd, they didn't like that. They were ready to cheer. Then all of a sudden, the boos went up, the groans.
Yeah, geez, he's bombed it like Baghdad, hasn't he? Big miss from there from Steve Gordon. But, yeah, his try was two guys open, but couldn't take what would seem to be a pretty easy pass in the end. So lucky miss there for Kurri. They've got to make the most of it now.
Bombed it like Baghdad. Very nice, Josh.
Ho Chi Minh City, whatever you like. There's plenty. I've got plenty of them, mate.
Very good. 12 metres out from the halfway line. Kurri through the middle. Well, that's not going to work for them. They have another go. Falling over there was the 7, of course, in Ian Simpson. No Mitch Cullen. Massive kick downtown. Goes straight to Ale. Collects the football. 20 out. Comes back up to his own 30. And Scott Dunn thought about lifting him. He had his arms around the legs, but he thought, no, better not do that. Goes in and makes the tackle again. Scott Dunn just scored Kurri's last try a few minutes ago. This is Peter Mannion. Country first as well. Off to Hawaii in coming months. 45 metres away from the Kurri goal line. Back to the right-hand side. They're going to kick off the boot of Murray. Bangs it between fullback and the winger. Warren says, come here, football. I'll take you into my possession before he's been thumped, but not by 1, not by 2, but 3. Rosellas and Richardson's in there again to take the tackle. Did well there, Richardson, on the previous 2 plays. To the 40-metre line now, with 27 minutes remaining in the match. Good go forward here by the Kurri Bulldogs. Over the halfway line they go. Last tackle coming up. Where's Simpson? He's got the ball now. He kicks it between fullback and the winger. Richardson doesn't have to worry at all about that. It's gone out on the full. Gone out on the full, Josh Leeson. 20 metres out from the Rosellas goal line.
Yeah, it looked like it was only a mere centimetres.
You're right, Josh. Maybe. Well, that's what, players look up to the senior ranks, don't they? So no doubt he would have been watching it with 1.2 million people. Channel 9 got in Sydney watching that match. Unbelievable ratings. 21 metres out from the goal line. Let's see what they can do now, Rosellas. Back to the centre of the field. The 10's over the top. That's Hayden Jeans in defence. Rosellas looking to go close to the goal line again. Spinning out of tackles left, right and centre. Petro, 4 metres away from the line. The defence holding on thus far. Porter, away to Murray. They come back on the inside. Inching closer to the goal line of the Bulldogs. Penny. Close by a metre. So far, so good. Will they chance their arm or dribble it into the in-goal area? What are they going to do? There's a knock on. They don't do option 1 or 2. They've given the ball back, Josh, to the Bulldogs, and they've come away with it 5 out from their own goal line. The 7's with it. Brad Murray converts the try. So the Western Suburbs Rosellas now 26 over Kurri 14. And don't forget, next week we'll be back here, Bar TV, when the Western Suburbs Rosellas take on the Port Stephens Sharks. So we'll be back here. Here's the kick. It's gone out on the full. Well, they can't do a trick right here this afternoon in the last 5 minutes. Not the best tactic. They wanted depth, but instead of depth, they've found the touchline on the full. So back to the halfway line, and a penalty goes to the Rosellas. And Murray, what a great touch finder. He's found the line, Josh Leeson, 23 metres out from the Bulldogs goal line.
Again, yeah, just terrible mistakes from Kurri. I mean, you can't be kicking balls out on the full when you're chasing points like they are today. So, And the way West are starting to play in this second half, they're going to make them pay again here, I think.
They go themselves back to the right-hand side of the field. There's an overlap. Oh, they came up quickly in the defence. Williams steps back off the left foot. Penalty right in front. 5 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal line here. So they'll take the tap and keep the momentum going. And that's what they do. Finn in 14 is with it. Losing it. Picked up by the Bulldog. Well, he hasn't played the advantage here, the referee here this afternoon. Just checking our program to see who is the referee here this afternoon. It's Tom Aylett, isn't it? And also Craig Dybert and Kylie Aylett on the touchline over there on the eastern side of the field. Many are suggesting, how could that be a knock on? As we see now, the Bulldogs down to the 10-metre line. So we've got approximately 20 minutes to go in this fixture. And we have a 12-point ball game unfolding before our very own Bar TV cameras. This is the 15 is with it. This is Cody Brooks. Porter has him wrapped up along there with Ryan Petro. The debutant spins it to the left-hand side. They've got space out here. Look at them go. Down inside the 30. They're going to take them on. But one of the best tries they have scored this season, and going all the way, it's Lachlan Hill. That's his second of the day.
Well, it's been, besides potentially not winning the game, it's been a dream debut for young Lachlan Hill. That's his second try, but what about the speed of Simon Craig, the centre? Absolutely flying with the dreadlocks flying in the breeze behind him. But, yeah, I didn't realise he was that quick. Look, he's put the afterburners on here and boom, straight through the west line. And then great inside pass. I mean, he was tackled well there by Callan Richardson coming over in cover. But the ball inside to Lachlan Hill, and he's proving a great little finisher in his first game in first grade.
Indeed, absolute blinder. You'll remember this one. No doubt if you ask him, his favourite ground thus far, right here on the hallowed turf of Harker Oval. Absolute stellar of a match from the young winger. And he only got his chance as well because of the late withdrawal of Shannon Tanner. Got the late call up from their coach in Phil Williams. And certainly has been a great asset for them today. Well, is it all over yet? Long way to go. 26-18. Western Suburbs regathering in their own in-goal area. Here's the kick from right in front. Moves in, strikes it off the right boot. Looks good. It's a ripper. Shippard adds the extras. 26-18. Now turns into 26-20. Well, they're only a converted try away. Having a real ball game on our hands. But again, it's the errors which has caused problems in previous matches for the Bulldogs. But if they can limit that, anything's possible, Josh. Mark Farah and also Tofua in that tackle. Cody Brooks, strong run. Out to the 40-metre line. Simpson turns it back on the inside. Halfway line. Short in front of the Kurri player by a metre. Again, they go over the halfway line by 5 metres. But they've run out of tackles here. It's the last tackle. So Nian Simpson, he will not get the ball on that time. They put in a kick, heading towards the touchline, and it goes into touch. 21 metres out from the Rosella's goal line. And Ale Just said, no, I'm not going to do anything with that football. I'll just see that dribble over the touchline. And that's exactly what he's been able to see happen. Well, 16 minutes remaining. 6-point margin. Rosella's in front of their local army. The crowd, certainly. A little bit quiet here. Not many games have been played here at Harker Oval, according to Craig Miller, over the last 12 months. They're on their home turf, and can that home ground advantage prove to be the factor? Come 80, centre of the field, 30 metres out from their own goal line. Middle of the field, they work it. Still tackling in numbers. 3 from the Bulldogs in there on the Rosellas. Wow. Inside the Bulldogs territory by 5. Can Wests lift? We still know they're up by 6. They had 7 players backing up from yesterday's match in Tamworth for the finals. Will that come into the last 15 minutes here? Good catch out there. Brilliant catch. Went high, collected the football. Good tackle too to finish him off. 10 out from his own goal line. That was a beauty, Josh. Well, they've certainly got the energy. Look at them running. You know, they're coming up towards the halfway line. And as Josh Leeson indicated just moments ago, they can hold on to the football. Anything is likely. The 19 is with it. Lost it. I think over the top there was Mark Tafua in the tackle, if memory serves me right. Pumping away, big Mark Tafua. Probably one of. There's a few big boppers out there, isn't there? The Tafua, geez, they're not the smallest players you'll ever find on a football field. Yeah. 10-ton Tessie. 25 metres out from the line. Let's see what they can do now. Can they finish them off? Well, they won't finish them off like that. I think they've lost it, the Rosellas. They have. This will be interesting to see if we can actually... You feel sorry there for the Bulldogs as we see now the Rosellas barging their way towards the goal line. Can they finish them off here in this set of 6 if they haven't already? Eastern side they go. Murray goes himself and he gets the try. Well, he's gone all the way. They'll talk about that for weeks to come. Love it or hate it. You know, definitely a talking point after the match. Well, that's his 4th try for this season, I believe.
Some goal then too.
As the Rosellas have the ball 22 metres out from his own line with the kick of conversion coming up. Well, Bar TV, don't forget, hashtag Bar TV Sports. We'll drop on to our Facebook page. And you'll be able to watch all the matches unfold.
Yeah, of course, as West always do. If you provide an opportunity for them, they'll take it. And Brad Murray, which I thought's been probably the form halfback for the last 12 months of this competition, has yet again, little dummy, and got through the defence. And yeah, he's missed a conversion there, though, but it's been another good match from Brad Murray. But as we were saying before, Phil Williams, the coach of Kurri, will be absolutely filthy, I think, with that refereeing decision. To me, it looked like it was a drop ball from Callan Richardson.
As we see now, Western Suburbs.
Oh, Kurri got the ball back here, Pete.
Losing it, Josh. Yeah, you're right. And they've got the ball. And they're continuing to go down to the 10. They finally put them down, the Rosellas. 20 metres out from the line. Comes back to Simpson. Short. Thero good. 15 metres away from the line. The 10 is with it. This is Jeans. Came across from Lakes in the off-season as well. 12 metres away from the goal line. Which way will they go now? They continue to bash and barge their way forward through Campton. They don't want to put him down. Now he drops down. Lost it out the back. Was it touched? Referee said...
No, he's calling a knock on.
He's just called it as he ended up seeing it. So another knock on. Well, it's just those little knock-ons which has come back to bite them on the rear. But credit to Western Suburbs as well. Good effort to come back from having 7 players backing up with inside 24 hours as well. And coming back, not just backing up, but, you know, a fair distance. What is it, over 300 Ks between here and Tamworth. So it's certainly...
It's good, 3.5 hour drive up there.
Yeah, of course. You know that region quite well, Josh, from Gunnedah as well. And maybe the Hunter Expressway knocked off maybe 20 minutes, but I don't think that might have...
well, it's not off the worst part of it anyway. Get through Maitland was always hell, but
yeah,
having to go back up home. But
this is Petro, swung into the ground. Time off. Clock attendant pushes his button on cue. 25 metres out from his own goal line. Well, next week, the Kurri Bulldogs. We keep on saying it, but each week you really know you're in for a game of rugby league in the Tooheys Cup. They take on the Cessnock Goannas and the Rosellas. They take on the Rosellas, I should say, take on the Port Stephens Sharks back here at Harker Oval, I believe, next Sunday afternoon. And that's our Bar TV game of the round. And there's also a midweek match coming up this week too, I believe, on Wednesday night. Port v Central. It's a catch-up match. Certainly had plenty of rain around here, haven't we, in the last few months? And we know Craig Miller's thoughts on that. He would like the Newcastle Rugby League to build their own rugby league venue, pretty much like the Union Boys. He did say, though, he might not be around to see it, but you never know your luck, Josh.
I don't think I'll be around to see it either.
I don't think that 8-year-old boy downstairs will be around to see it either. We're probably a few decades or, well, 100 years away. You never know.
Well, as we reported during the week, I mean, they're potentially going to lose a lot of funding with this new deal with the Knights. Of course, that all depends if West buy the club, which is many people are speculating at this stage. But, yeah, so I don't think buying or setting up its own real NRL-purposed ground is probably in their immediate plans. But I think getting a little bit few matches on number 2 sports ground is certainly a more realistic goal to this stage, and I certainly think that should be happening. I'd love to see a game maybe there even every Sunday at number 2 sports ground.
It's a brilliant stadium, not just to watch football, but definitely to play as well, the number 2 sports ground. What's the capacity of that ground when it's full, up around 10,000?
5,000 or 6,000, I believe.
Yeah.
Which I know the last couple of years, the real NRL has tentatively booked number 2 for the grand final. They booked number 1 and number 2, but they've gone with number 1 due to the fact it has a larger capacity, and the last couple of years we've had Coalfields teams, which generally draw bigger crowds, like Kurri and in Cessnock in the last 2 years, and they have drawn bigger attendances that would have been able to fit into number 2. But of course, number 2 is a far better ground, facility-wise, and also for your general spectating as well.
Yeah, it's a superb facility. Probably that, Cessnock, and no doubt Hunter Stadium, the top 3 venues in this region for big sporting clashes. 21 metres away from the line. Which way will it go now? Porter's got it, turns it back on the inside. This is Gordon, offloading. And the Rosella there, picked up and dumped. Last tackle coming up. Will they kick it out to the edge? Or will they throw it? They're going to dribble it in towards the in-goal area. They'll have to play at it. Well, he's ended up taking the ball over the dead ball line. Lachlan Hill. So will result in a goal line dropout here. Back to the Rosellas. And we haven't got long to go. 7 minutes, in fact, on the Bar TV scoreboard. No doubt Craig Miller, well, he wouldn't be happy with the first half. I think he'd be happy that he's got the contest come 80. But certainly, Kurri, credit to them, they've challenged them. No doubt yesterday's 7 players has come back into it as well. Look at the flying, number 8, Mark Tafua, charging back into the goal line area. Lost it. He's lost it, though. Referee has seen it. Everybody has seen it. Sprinkling of the fans from Kurri Kurri who have come up. They knew it was a knock-on. Maybe they helped the referee in that decision. The 20, Josh, looking to come back on. Larry Tafua. Good old Larry down there. Got his hands on his hips. Yellow boots. Looking to come back out there. There wouldn't be much between Larry and Mark Tafua on the scales. Maybe a few kilos here and there.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't want it to be their mother growing up, because I reckon the grocery bill would be quite sizable.
Mum would have had to have about 20 jobs to keep those boys pumped with their iron, hey?
Yeah, poor Mum, poor Mrs. Taville probably had 4 or 5 jobs to try and feed the boys.
Probably got shares with Woolworths too. That's it. 5 metres out from the halfway line. I wonder if they still stay. No, they're big boys now. They wouldn't be at home. Mum wouldn't allow them to. She'd be broke by now. 25 metres, well, 5 metres inside the Rosellas is half. Here's a penalty, a rare penalty. It was a strip. Not long to go. They're going to take the quick tap and try and capture.
Well, they're going to try here, Pete. It's certainly going to be interesting. But as I say that, yet another knock-on from Kurri, which has pretty much been the story of the day.
It's riddled with errors. Take the errors out of it. It'd be anyone's pick how this game would have went. But as I mentioned, Rosellas have done well to come back into the match. If you just tuned in, they were down by 6 after 6 minutes in the first half. But the experience and the class is certainly on display here. This is Penny. He's not done yet.
They certainly haven't been in their best today, Pete, but I think that's a good example of why they're such a class side, West, is that fact that they win these games even when they aren't at their best. They always find a way to score these tries to get them out of trouble, and that's a good sign for the club going for their 3rd straight premiership, and a very bad sign for everyone else in the comp.
Yeah. Well, going into this, undefeated, 16 competition points, and they've still got a washed-out game as well, I believe, to be played. So another 2 on top of that. So they're on 20 points. So they're right on top of the ladder. And Souths, of course, in a tight one with their opposition today. Of course, Souths playing... we'll get to our...
Port Stephens Sharks.
Yeah, Port Stephens Sharks. At half-time, it was close. I think it was a 2-point ball game at half-time. We'll get to those scores very shortly as well before our coverage ends here. And, of course, don't forget this Wednesday night. We've got a few matches coming up, but don't forget this Wednesday night, not confirmed, but Bar TV is looking to cover the Port versus Central Butcher Boys clash up at the Bay. We believe that game will be taking place at Tomaree Sporting Complex. We'll get to the kick-off time when it will be issued by the Newcastle Rugby League probably tomorrow. I'd say that would be an 8:30 match. Time they get home from work and get their way up the Nelson's Bay. Could even be 10 o'clock. 10 metres out from the line. 15 metres out they are. The Rosellas looking to finishing this one off with a try. Penny offloading. Larry Tafua. Last tackle for Larry. Up you get. Plays the football. This is Penny. Can they hold them out, the Bulldogs? They've done well. Simpson's in there. Flicked it out the back. It's play on. Last tackle. Well, credit to the Bulldogs. They could have just let them go in there and have the final siren, and that would have been all she wrote. The never say die attitude has certainly paid dividends for them there. And the coach definitely would have been happy with what he actually ended up seeing there for the Bulldogs. So we're inside the last 90 seconds here at Harker Oval. Let's see how it can unfold in the last dying stages. Been a big weekend for the Country Rugby League and the Newcastle Rugby League. Unfortunately, though, we didn't quite get the score that we wanted to yesterday. Illawarra winning their second year as the CRL Finals champions. Can they go 3 next year? That's the question for them down there. Illawarra Rugby League, as we're inside the last 40 seconds here. The kick will go into touch. Nice kick finder. Just went into touch off the boot of Nian Simpson. So the Bulldogs with the ball. Abraham goes himself. Didn't have any runner. So he said, boys, I'll just take it forward. Simpson again. They go up quickly on him. There's a gap. This could be a try. The number 8, Campton. Has he scored? Has he dropped it? He's lost it. Oh, how unfortunate for the Bulldogs.
Well, sums up the day for them, doesn't it, really? But, yeah, what a shame there, because that was a great little run on the inside from Mick Campton off a good little short ball from Nian Simpson. But as he's reached out, he's dropped the ball. But a great little cover tackle too by Callan Richardson to put a bit of pressure on him. But yeah, he should have scored that. But
well, Tim Penny just gets in the way of our shot, so we can't see if he got it down. But the referee, no doubt, was on the spot. But gee whiz, as you said there, Josh, that was the story of the afternoon for the Kurri Kurri Bulldogs. So it's full time here at Harker Oval after the round 10 clash in the real NRL of the Tooheys Cup. Western Suburbs were able to go all the way and defeat them by 30 points to 20. Well, scrappy victory, but 2 points is 2 points, Josh.
Well, that's right, especially this time of year when, as we said earlier, they had 7 players involved in the game in Tamworth. So to get 2 points here today, I think Craig Miller will be happy. I don't think he'll be awfully happy with the actual performance, but in the end, that's 2 points is 2 points. But for Kurri, again, a bit of a missed opportunity, and I think if they could have held the ball a lot more in that game, actually would have really troubled West in the end. But again, handling errors has been the bane of their season, so plenty to work on there for the Kurri Kurri Bulldogs.
Okay, well, that wraps up an interesting day in Newcastle Rugby League as well. So, Josh, and I know at halftime scores, it's probably clinching towards full time now, but at halftime, Souths were leading Port by 12 points to 10. The go-in is in a tight one against Maitland, 8-6, and Western Suburbs, of course, in our match that we're broadcasting, it was 16 points to 10 at halftime. So, no doubt, log on to the newcastlerugbyleague.com.au to check all the final scores in this afternoon's clash. Well, Josh, it's been an interesting afternoon here at Harker Oval. No doubt we'll read about your little column, well, big column's going to be a big one tomorrow. Got a few games to cover, no doubt, before we read it.
3 games tomorrow and a bit of rep game as well. So log on tomorrow or buy the paper, whatever. Buy the paper preferably and keep me in a job. But that'd be nice.
Multimedia reporter now, extraordinaire. What can't you do? Eh? Got it all covered, mate. It's good, isn't it? You know, multimedia, new way of technology, bringing the listeners and the viewers of the Newcastle Herald all the latest gadgets and across the world. Well, that pretty much wraps us up here. Josh, thanks again for dropping by.
My pleasure, Pete. Thank you.
And thanks to everybody here at the club too. And, of course, the Kurri Kurri Bulldogs, not quite the way they expected it, but credit to them. They've certainly did themselves and their town proud up against the reigning premiers. So on behalf of everybody here at Bar TV, we've had an absolute ball. Until next weekend, I'm Peter Jolly on behalf of Josh Leeson and the Bar TV crew. We'll catch you then. Bye for now.